Hey guys, it's Billy Joe from Crazy Nut Crazy. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed our last episode and looking forward to hanging out with you guys tonight.
That sounded really refreshing.
That did sound
It was
refreshing.
very refreshing.
We're both just staring at her too, like, what's she doing?
Ooh, that looks good. She's got a little bubbly going on there.
Yeah, that does look good, but hey, this is Kim. Welcome back, you guys. Thanks for coming back.
And it's Laura, and we're going to jump right into tonight with our trip to Florida. We started to tell you last time, and we got distracted with Kim's sheepy.
Oh boy, not again.
But that was good too. So we're going to. We had like 18 people going to Florida, and a couple of us, well, me and Tom
This was
flew,
last year.
everybody else flew.
Yeah. March of 2022.
It's kind of funny, like how things can just happen so perfectly, but it started out really bad because it's like the day you guys left on Friday. I got out of work Friday, and I just was like running around like crazy all night trying to get last minute stuff. We had to leave the house at like 2:30 in the morning for our flight to catch our flight and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm running around like crazy. So it's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm finally like, everything's organized. It's ready. I did everything I had to do. I sit down. I'm going to chill out, you know? And for some reason, I look at my email and I find that my flight got canceled.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
It's such a.
I was
frustrating.
like, what? You know, I mean, this whole trip, we had been planning all of us for months, you know? It was like, everything's paid
what time
for.
did that happen?
It was like 9 o'clock that night.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
were
because we
leaving-
had left at 5 o'clock that
Yeah,
night, so we
yeah.
were already gone.
Right, yeah. So I'm in this like total panic, like what are we gonna do? So now I'm searching like for airline tickets and stuff. Well, at first when I finally got a hold of the airline, they're like, well, the soonest we can get you there is Monday. And I'm like, oh my God, like we're gonna lose 3 days of the trip, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
that's-
I
happening.
mean, you can't get that money back all the time. You guys know, like you plan it like would work, so you have that time off.
Right?
Like
Yeah, it's a
everything's
lot
all
to it.
planned, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like you have to go on that time you planned that. That's it. You have no other choice, you know. So that didn't work for us. So.
Plan B?
I'm like looking for all these other flights, and I ended up having to get a one-way ticket flight there with a different airline, and the closest they could get me to was Jacksonville, and we were going to Daytona. So that sucked, but I was like, it's better than losing a couple
Right,
days, you know.
right.
We're already into it for
Yeah,
enough
you
money.
figure it
What's
out.
another like plane ticket cost now, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. True.
So after I get that all straightened out, I called the car rental place because I was like, I just want to pick up the car at a different airport. And they're like, well, we're not going to have any cars. And I'm like, what? You know, I'm just thinking that would be an easy thing, you know.
Yeah.
So by then, like, by the time everything's settled, it's like 12:30 at night, you know. Now we got to like still leave the house at 2:30 in the morning. And I just looked at Tom and I was like, I can't. I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're like
We're
flying to
getting on that damn
Jacksonville.
plane and we're gonna figure out
Yeah.
when we get to Jacksonville.
When we get there, we'll figure it out. I don't care if we gotta take an Uber or
Yeah.
what we gotta do. You know, we'll get to Daytona.
I don't
I'm
care
like,
if it costs us $600
I don't
for the
even
Uber.
know now, you know. But I was just like mentally exhausted from the like that. But
just the
anyways,
bullshit
it
that
worked
was-
out,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just lay down for like an hour and just try and like calm down, you know, before
What
I gotta
time was
get
this,
up and
midnight?
take a shower. It was like 12:30
Yeah.
when I finally like went like tried to just
So
shut
by
down
then we
for
were
a
like
minute.
on the second.
I was just gonna
probably,
say,
yeah,
Yes.
where
second-
were we when about 12:30 that night? Where?
Probably coming into New
You
York.
had no clue.
Coming into New York.
How do you know?
Because you were calling me like at 2:30 to make sure we were out the door for the flight.
Oh, I
and
had to
that's-
give you a wake up call.
Yeah, and that's when
Yeah.
I gave you like the whole rundown of everything that like
Oh,
happened.
that's
Yeah,
right.
and then
That's
you,
right.
when we
But
stopped
you didn't-
again, you let us all know what was
Yeah.
going on.
But you didn't
Yeah.
know where you were, I'm pretty sure. I
I'm
can't
probably
remember
pretty
where
sure
you
of that,
said
too.
you were.
Probably by
Billy
like
Joe would know.
12:30
Yeah.
and 1 would have been like New York or so. We were coming into New York right around that time.
Yeah. So we're just,
No, No, we were.
Yeah, because it takes about 8
No, you
hours.
said you were someplace weird. I can't even remember.
Laura, I never
but-
said weird. I never said that because I
Somewhere
loved.
weird.
Hey, wait!
Like,
I
no,
loved the road
I
trip
think-
that I was on.
oh,
There's
I
no
think-
weird spots
wait,
out
no,
there.
I think this is what it was. I can't even remember where, like, this new flight that we had, we were connecting on. But I think when we told you where our connecting flight was, you were like, yeah, we're going through there. And then Tom was like, they're never going through there. Because, like,
No, I never said that because I had no clue what I was trying to. Laura, you don't understand. Like, I was stressed out trying to keep up with Billy Joe and Bill because they kept switching. So, like, Stu would drive, I'd drive, Bill would drive, Billy Joe would drive. And I don't even know what was going on in the car
By
behind
then,
us.
Bill was definitely driving because I'm sleeping by 12:30.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. But no, that's what it was. Bill was driving because we took the night shift because we're like, oh, we can do this. Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, night
Come
shift
3,
is
4
harder
o'clock
than
in the
what you
morning
think.
driving. I was like,
Yes.
Stu, get up. I can't. I'm going to pass
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is where it gets cool, though, because, like, you were up sometime because we were, like, on our way to
No.
the airport at, like,
Yeah,
2:30
when we
in the
stopped
morning.
at some point,
Was
when
she
you called
informed
us
us
to
of what
tell
was
us.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever, it was like, it wasn't like a city place. It was more like, we pulled in. I remember trees. I don't know.
There were trees. There's no trees in the city.
No,
There's no trees
not
in
like
the
that
city.
though. Not like that. It was just, it wasn't a city store. It was
Right.
like you knew you were in a little bit of country.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I
Because
just
we
know,
pulled
like,
over
usually-
to go to the bathroom. We all
Like
got
a
out, went
rest
to the.
stop, maybe?
No,
Yeah.
it was a store. It was like
store.
I don't know.
Oh,
What could, like
trees.
I was gonna say 7-Eleven. They still are they still around?
I don't know.
7-Eleven?
I think so.
7-Elevens.
I
But
think
you
should
know,
see
like a
trees
Big
around.
Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't see trees around? It's a store out in the country,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there was
probably.
definitely,
But
if there's trees, there was definitely in the country.
Well, I mean, it was in the middle of the woods. You pull off the frickin' highway thing that, you take an exit down,
Right.
you stop at a little convenience
Right.
store there, you slide back on the ramp. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe that was
slide
a different.
right back up. You just
Yeah.
slide right back up on the ramp. You're good.
But I know it wasn't like city, It was
Yeah.
like when
Yeah.
we stopped and I was like, hey, Tom and Laura just called. And I said
Yeah.
it to her. She goes, I think we go right by there.
Yeah.
And that's when it
Yeah,
started
we were all
because I
kind
was
of
like,
like trying to piece it together. Like, wait a minute, what are we gonna do to help Laura and Tom? Like, they're hitting Jacksonville with no car. So how can we do this? And then it's like I'm looking at my things and I'm looking at my phone and I'm googling it, like how far, what time we're gonna hit Jacksonville area. And I'm like, hon, we're gonna like freaking hit Jacksonville like at the same time they land. And he's like, no freaking way. And I'm like, yeah. So then we started all talking, and then it
Because
ended up
even when
working
you
out that way.
called, I was like, oh my God, there's no way that's going to work out.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
chance. Could
Laura,
that be
I
in
was
a
with you because
million
you know
years?
why it wasn't going to
Yeah.
work out? Because I was like, I don't give a frig where they are. Get me to my hotel room.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm delusional right now. We can't help them, so I don't know. And Billy Joe's like,
And I
Kim, we're
was
going
totally
right by
fine
there.
with
And I'm
that,
like,
though,
oh,
you know?
all right.
So I was like,
Yeah.
if you guys get there and our plane's delayed and we're not there, like, don't wait, not a chance, because I totally get that,
Yeah.
I was
No.
like, we can take an Uber there if we have to. I already knew
You-
that.
wasn't
I
it like
went
100
there.
miles away, though?
It was
It
quite
probably
from
was. It
Jacksonville
would have been
to
expensive, but what else would we have
Daytona.
done?
We were on
It's kind of-
vacation.
Yeah.
It would have been a taxi, a
You'd
bus,
already
an
spent
Uber,
how much money to freaking
like,
switch
you
stuff
know.
around. So
No,
So-
my plan, honestly, was let's go find our hotel first. And I thought it was going to take a lot longer for you guys to land. I didn't want to sit somewhere
Yeah.
waiting after traveling 24 hours.
but to go to
Absolutely.
Daytona and then back would have been
And
ridiculous.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. We had to drive back 100 miles.
Yeah.
They're on
But
their
here's the
own.
thing, like,
no.
worked out so
Just
perfect though.
kidding.
Like we landed before they got to Jacksonville, so
Yeah.
like we literally really were like a peace stop and a couple miles out of the way for
literally.
them.
We stopped at that store. Everybody went pee, and it was like, you guys called and we're like, we've landed, and we all sat at the store while Mike and JR came and got you guys.
Yeah.
Literally, 2 miles up the road? They were gone like 10 or 15 minutes to get you guys. Came back, and we're hitting the road again to head to Daytona.
Yeah.
Like,
What
it
are
worked
the
out so
odds?
good,
Like,
yeah.
how could that even happen? Like the odds of that happening, the timing.
It was awesome.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But you knew we were all like out of it at this point. Like
Yeah.
thank God
It was
next time we do
time.
it.
It's a long trip. It's
We're
a long
gonna
trip.
get hotel rooms and sleep because that's way too much for
Yeah.
me.
It's
But
a long trip.
Billy Joe, like Stu's driving at this point because I gave up driving. I was too tired, like halfway through the trip.
New Hampshire, Kim's like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm tapping out. Your turn. I'm gonna sit in the PC.
I'll take the PC.
It's worth it. Screw it. But we were trying to keep up with you, Billy Joe, and I'll tell you. No, I was driving.
When you guys picked me up, me and Tom up from Daytona, to Daytona from there, you drove.
Yes.
From Jacksonville to Daytona. Yeah, because I had a major meltdown.
You did, yeah.
Oh, it's all coming back to me. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
it was quite crazy.
I was trying to keep up with you, and you turned so fast.
Yeah. And
off
then,
the
isn't
exit.
that when the mud hit you in the face?
Yeah.
Laura's sitting in the back seat,
Yeah.
and Billy Joe goes flying through this mud puddle, and we fly right behind her. The puddle's so big it comes in, covers my whole windshield, and Laura had her window down a crack, and it went in her mouth.
Yeah. That was so
Mud went
disgusting.
And I'm just driving
I
like,
was just
doo-doo-doo.
like, what?
Oh, full of mud.
What are the
I'm
odds,
so,
right?
the odds of it. Like,
The odds of the whole trip was just kind of weird.
it was just fun. It really was funny. Oh my God.
And then we
And then-
lose you.
yeah,
You're gone,
then-
and
well-
I'm leading the pack, and I'm like, I have no idea where I am. So I
I
pull
can
off.
see you guys. I'm like, hey, like Bill's like waving out the window, and you guys like, hey, we're over here. We're turning. We had no
I had so
choice.
much mud on my car, I couldn't see anything. I was lucky to make it on the exit, But then I pull into this parking lot. Mike pulls up. We're all yelling about you guys, for leaving us. So Mike's like, Kim, follow me.
Talking shit about us. The whole
Yeah,
time.
we were out of our mind. Mike was driving and I was driving, and we both like, what was that? And Mike's like, Kim, I'll
Like,
get
I
us
would have
there.
just been like, all right, Google my fucking way there. And been
No,
like,
we had no
"Alright."
internet. There was no service. We could
You had no
not.
service?
No service. From the time we got to the airport, I don't know. Maybe the airport shuts you down or something.
I
But
don't
we
know.
all lost service at that point.
Oh my
Not one of us in their car or my car had what do you call it? Internet there. You know what I mean? So we couldn't look up any directions. So Mike's
Oh
like,
my
I'll get
God.
us there, Kim. Follow me, and I won't lose you. And I go, okay, thank God, Mike, So we're driving, and next thing you know, Mike's weaving
Didn't
in and
he
out of
lose you?
cars, and I'm like, why is he doing this? We're all tired. I need to relax, Like, I can't have this much stress driving because I'm losing focus,
Yeah, now you're just in the 6 lanes of traffic.
Yeah.
Just need a chill ride. Just pick a lane.
And that's how I see it, too. Come
I
on,
think
just
that's what
pick a
you
lane.
needed,
All I wanted was them to pick a lane.
Yeah.
I was zigzagging from this end to that end, in between this and that, trying to follow him. Next thing you know, I see him going off the ramp, and I pass the ramp, and he's looking at me. He's like, sorry, whispering, and I'm like, I had a meltdown. Oh my God. What parking lot did I pull into?
I don't know, but it was full.
It was a
like full,
Speedway
you
in
just
Daytona. I made it there, but there was a
It's some
Chuck E.
restaurant. 'cause
No,
you
I don't
kept
know.
So
driving-
you almost made it to where
Just
we
kept
were.
driving.
In
Oh,
Daytona, at
yeah.
least.
Billy Joe, I had to pull over, and I was just like, the stuff that was coming out of my mouth, like I was so angry. I'm on the phone screaming at Mike like a complete crazy woman, right? And then he pulls up. I think I even cried. Did I cry?
I think you went through all the emotions.
Well, you gotta figure it is a 24-hour period of being on the
Yeah.
road. There's no sleep. There's no, you know what I mean.
You were
There's
just
no rest.
deprived,
Yeah,
like,
it's
and
you're not eating well.
You guys, that messed me
You're
up the whole
finally
trip.
At the end, and
Yeah.
then this. It's like you're so close, but like.
I
So
wish I
far.
Cracker Barrel.
Yes. that
Yeah,
was it.
I pulled into Cracker Barrel.
Should have gone and got something to eat, maybe.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't have faced
Go to
anyone.
pee.
Billy Joe, the devil came out of me. The
Go get
devil
some
came
cheese
out.
or something.
She
But I'll tell
she had
ya,
to pee.
wait.
She was that bad.
Oh, I didn't have to pee at that
Yeah.
point. Everything was boiling. But Billy Joe, you kind of you brought me back to reality because you got the hotel key. You
I
saved
could
me from
sense,
going
like,
there.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna get everything. Like, just meet us at the hotel. I got the keys. I got everything. Just get in there. It's okay, Kim. It's all right.
And Bill, he was such a good sport because it didn't even end there for him.
Oh gosh.
Because then
yeah.
he had to bring us to
That
get our
was
key.
funny.
Yes.
And then he brought us
Oh,
to
God.
the airport.
Then he couldn't find us.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
stressful for him too, and oh my God, and I
I
can't
thought-
help
and
but
that-
laugh at him.
Yeah.
too.
That was so, he was such a good sport to do that for
The whole
us. 'cause
night
we had
was
to pick up
wacky
the
though,
rental
really.
car and.
Remember how confused everybody felt in the hotel room and stuff?
You guys, my
in the,
niece,
in the condo. Oh my God.
we were knocking on, we thought we knew we were
People
going.
were knocking on
knocking
people's doors, going on the different wrong floors. Like, I mean, Stu and Bill left, and I think they went into like a different dimension at
Well,
the
the
end of the
first
night. I don't
night,
even know where
yeah.
those two went.
They got lost the first night,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yes, they did. Stu called me, right? So Bill and Stu, it's just me, Bill and Stu sitting around in our condo, hanging out, drinking some beers. Everybody else had gone in like their own rooms and gone to bed. So Stu says, okay, it's time for me to go to bed. Bill says, I'm going to walk you up. These two leave. I think nothing of it. I'm thinking Bill's going to be back in like 5 minutes. That's only like a few floors up. Like a half an hour goes by. I think nothing of it because I think, oh, well, Bill's probably upstairs with Kim and Stu hanging out. I'm just like getting ready for bed. I get a phone call. It's Stu. Billy Joe, where am I? I'm like, where are you? I don't have a freaking clue where you are. I'm like, Stu, where are you? He's like, I don't know. Where's Bill? And I'm like, I don't know. Bill's not here in the
He's
hotel
with
room.
you.
Yeah, I'm like, you two left here. He's like, we did? I'm like, Stu, yes, you and Bill left here together. He's like, I don't know where I am. All this stuff. So I'm like, all of a sudden, then bang, bang, bang on the door. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? I open up the door. There's Bill, like, all, like, panicked. Like, doesn't even, like, he's just, like, so happy to see that it's our room. And I'm like, where
And
the
it
hell
was
did you...
you answering
Yes.
the
face.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think I got a text from you. You were like, "Is Bill at your place?"
Yeah, like
And I
everybody was
like,
just missing. I think they all went to a
"Oh, they
different
lost
dimension.
Bill."
Yes. Stu too. Billy Joe, where am I? I'm like, Stu, I don't know, where are you? I'm like, holy crap, you're not at your room? He's like, I don't know where I am, saying all this stuff. And I'm like, what in the fuck is happening
See,
right now?
I wasn't even drinking that night, and I kind of get where they were. It was the strangest. The whole week was strange, you guys. Like, I'd be standing there talking to someone and feel like the floor's falling out from underneath me, and I'd start dropping. Tom, was it the first or second night? When he was up there. No, it was the second night.
Yeah.
So, of course, I was trying to get him to his room because I know everybody was so confused, you know? But I was sober, and I was like, come on, I'll bring it to you.
But you had it figured out, right?
I thought, well, I actually did. I did. To their room, I did anyways. I knew exactly where I was going. They were one floor
The
below
whole
me.
week was confusing, really.
Yeah.
All the rooms, everything looked the same.
But it was really weird, though, because, like, the door opens up, and I'm like, come on, Tom.
With the elevator door, right?
The elevator door
Yeah.
opens up. We go down one floor, and,
Yeah, because you guys are on the 8th floor, right?
Yeah.
Laura's on the 7th, and we're on the 2nd.
second. Yeah, you
Second
guys
floor.
were, like, bottom.
Yes,
You didn't
yeah.
feel what we felt.
Yeah.
What I felt, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, I was feeling it with yeah.
I don't know if it was like we were up too high and the building was just wobbling. I don't know,
Which
but
I think they do, though. I think buildings do, like,
Well,
they
plus-
do sway, I think.
yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. Swaying.
Yeah. Yeah.
We started off the trip like we were like up for 48 hours pretty much, and that's how our
Yes.
trip started.
I think
you know,
everybody
so
partied that night.
We were
and,
all off
yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, it was pretty.
You know, so.
But
you and
Tom,
in
you
the
know, like I'm like,
elevator.
come on, I'll bring you down to your room. Make sure you get there so we don't have another episode like last night with Bill and Stu knocking on everyone's door. Let me in. Let me in.
Well,
we won't
actually,
even go into the further of that story. Oh,
before you finished the elevator, though, Stu was actually home, right? When he didn't know where he was. Remember?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
actually
was.
was up
His
there.
place.
Yes, he was actually
He made
back.
his way home somehow.
He was like home when he thought he was lost.
He got
That's
into
how,
the
like,
hotel
messed
room,
up
but he
we
was
all
so
were.
thrown off because we hadn't spent a lot of time in that room, and it was a beautiful place. I loved
Oh,
it, you
it
know.
was so beautiful.
And it was huge, so he
Had,
walked
like,
in and he
3
didn't know where to go.
places.
I don't know how many times like I'd go visit somebody else in their condo and like go heading like you think you're heading for the door but you're heading for the bathroom. All of us
Yeah.
were doing that to each other.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, well we're gonna head out, and then it's like I walk in, I'm like, oh, I'm in somebody's bedroom. I'm not even walking out the regular door.
You travel.
It was
You
so
do that
confusing.
a lot, Billy Joe. Do you always? Is it always?
I've
a
never
feeling
felt that
like that?
confusion of like that.
No?
No, I've
No.
never. No, we do it every year, and I've never felt that confusion.
It was so weird.
Maybe it was something to do with the building. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Every time I got off the elevator and I thought I knew where I was going, and I'd like come spin around the corner, stand in front of the door, do a good knock, you know, and then somebody would be like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "Oh my
Shit,
god,
that's not a
the
familiar
wrong door
voice."
again," you know. Like I was doing that all the whole week.
Well, Tom wouldn't get on the elevator, right? Was
No,
that
he wouldn't get
story?
off the
Oh, he
elevator.
wouldn't get off the elevator.
Yeah, the freaking elevator. The doors open up, and I go, "Come on." He goes, "I ain't getting off." I go, Tom, get off the elevator. He goes, no, I ain't getting off. This ain't my floor. I know it's not my floor. And I'm like, Tom, this is your floor. He goes, what are you trying to do? And I go, Tom, listen. Listen. I said, this is an elevator. It's Kim. I'm not going to do anything,
Right,
you know?
Sister.
And I was
I've
like,
never done nothing to you ever in your life.
and I had to, yeah, I know.
I've never done anything evil to you. What are you talking about? What are
But
you scared
he
for?
steps off. Once I said, Tom, listen, come off the elevator. This is the hallway. We got to go out of this hallway through there, and there's your room. And he's looking all around so confused. And then I start busting up laughing. I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do? Kill you? You know, like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm not the freaking serial killer
I don't
here in the
know.
elevator at the
Maybe that
hotel.
condo was like possessed or something.
But
Maybe
I
it's
saw
haunted.
him, like, his face, like, he got a little scared at first, like, wait a minute, I know I'm buzzed, but what are you trying to do? You're trying to mess with me, you know? But I'm like, no, really, we just come
He
down.
was on to ya.
Yeah. So I couldn't
He
go
knows
along
you
with the
too
plan
well.
that week because I was like, oh, he already told everybody it was going to be me. No. But the look on his face, I mean, I'm still laughing over that because
Oh,
I was like,
God.
what did you think I was going to do?
It was
you
a
know?
really funny week. Some strange stuff happened. But yeah, when Bill got back from taking you guys to go get your car that first night we were there, he got back and he was like looking for the hotel room for the condo fucking hour.
Oh my god,
Going up and
yeah,
down
I
the
felt so
stretch.
bad.
And
Yeah.
he calls me and he's like stressing out. He's like, I can't find the condo. And I'm like, honey, it's like, I'm trying to explain to him, like, he's like, do you see like
And Joe's
a,
like, I just got here an hour ago.
yeah, I know. I'm like, holy crap. But he's like, do you see like a crane? He's like, do you see
Yeah,
a
the
crane?
crane.
And I'm like, no, I don't see a crane. And he's like, I can see a crane. I know you must be able to see the crane. I'm like, I can't see the crane. I'm like, that means you're not near our condo because I can't see the crane either. But it was so funny. We just, the
That part cracked
bantering
me
and
up
that.
because we're like, Bill, where was the crane?
Yeah.
But I think we went downtown.
Later that week, yes, when we went into town, there
We
was a
went
big
shopping
crane
and
down
stuff, and we're
there.
like, oh, there's the crane.
But it was like a mile up the road. Like,
We
so
weren't
he
seeing
wasn't
no
even that
crane,
far
that's
from
for
the
sure.
condo, but he couldn't see it. Everybody was just confused.
But he was ready. He's like, after that, he's like, I want to go home.
I
I'm
know,
done.
he's like,
I know, I'm ready to go home.
He's like, I'm ready to go home. Yeah, I think it's because you banged on the
I
thing.
did, I
Yeah,
banged
and she
on the
thought it was
table.
somebody was knocking.
I
Yeah.
know.
Hey, Jap.
She's a protector.
But yeah, anyways, it was a really good trip. I mean, it was fun. And a lot of fun stuff happened that week.
No, I'll tell you, we had a nice day on the beach, and
Yeah.
what was it, the first day or something? Stu got so sunburnt, he was like purple.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
It was
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
maybe the
Bad.
second day,
First
but
or
I
second
mean,
day. Yeah.
he was, what do you call it, sun poison?
Oh, he was sun poisoned.
Yeah, so he was sun poisoned really bad, and I was worried about him, so I went over to the store. But he went back on the beach with you guys, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I gotta get him some Gatorade or something, you know, like hydrate him again, and
Right.
I don't know, some aloe lotion, you know. So I walk over to the store, and you know, I'm tough. I think I'm tough, you
Yeah,
know.
you are. You're tough. You are tough, Kim. I wouldn't fuck with you.
And
Yeah.
you know, it was right across the street. I had to, I had to cross this 6 lanes, like 3 on each side of traffic. You know, so I felt like Frogger. You know, like leapfrog there, whatever you call that video game. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I just
well, it was
gave
Frogger.
my age.
It was playing Frogger
Yeah,
on there.
Frogger, yeah.
But I made it over there, no problem. I go in and I'm like, oh, I need Pepsi. He needs this, da, 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 you know. And I'm grabbing Gatorade and I'm like, oh, that chocolate looks good too, you know. And I said, oh shoot, we need a case of water. So I grabbed a case of water. I go up and pay for it, and I'm like, I leave the store and I've got it all in my arms, and I'm looking across the street and I'm like, oh,
Wait a
how am I
minute,
going to
what
do
am I
this?
doing? Yeah.
So I put everything down, I rearrange it. I'm like, I got
Yeah, because
this.
it's a 4-lane highway. To
Six
get
lane.
Yeah, yes, 6-lane highway to get across.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
3 lanes and then 3 lanes, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But right in the middle of all of it, there's a skinny little lane
Yeah,
for
where
someone
you
to
can
stand
kinda
there and
hang out.
hopefully
Yeah, you
not
can hang out,
get
yeah.
hit, right? So I
Lots of
loaded all
cars.
up on me. I'm like, okay, I got my soda, you know, a 6-pack of each soda, Diet Pepsi, regular Pepsi. Those are okay because you got the loops, you know?
Yeah.
And then I got the bag with the Gatorade and stuff in there, the aloe and all that other stuff. And now I'm carrying the case of water, you
Yeah.
know? But I'm still tough. I can handle this. It's across the freaking street, you know?
Right.
So I'm walking over there and I get
Through the
I
first
get-
3 lanes.
I get through the first like 2.5 lanes and I trip on my flip flop. My flip flop goes like underneath. I didn't pick up my foot good enough. Well, then I started wobbling. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna fall. Here I go. Oh my God. And then I'm like, it's slow motion. And I'm like, no, I got it. Oh no. And I go down in the middle of a 6-lane highway. My water goes all over the place. The Gatorade's all over the place. I'm like, cars are still going by me. I'm like, they're gonna hit one of my bottles and it's gonna shoot me in the head, and that's what I'm actually gonna die from, you know? So this car comes flying right up, stops in front of me, and I'm like, sorry, I'm trying to hurry. He goes, no, I did this to protect you. I'm like, thank you. I got blood dripping down my arm, my knee, because I'm in shorts. This is Daytona, you
In the
know?
meantime, we're on the beach, right, Kim? And Stu's
You guys-
wondering where you are. 'Cause Stu's,
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
no.
don't tell me you were relaxed and enjoying the sun.
Well, we
That's
were.
what I thought you were.
We were
I
doing that,
was
but
mad.
Stu was worried about you. Stu was honestly like, I don't know. She was supposed to come down a little while ago. He's like, I don't know where she is. We're like, a little bit later goes by. We're like, wonder where Kim is. Like, I thought she was supposed to come down. Stu's like, I don't know. I'm gonna give her a call. Calls you, nothing. A little while later, as soon as you come down over the ramp, we're like, oh shit, like she doesn't look very happy. That's when you to come down and tell us the story. We're like, oh shit, that's where she was this whole time.
I had tar in my
rolling
hand
around
from falling,
in the
my
freaking
knee.
6-lane highway.
You should have saw me though. I'm running around picking my bottles of soda up, my water up, the freaking Gatorade, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm trying. But the cars were not stopping on the other side. They kept going.
I wish so bad, like, I had drove up on that, man, because
I know.
I would have loved
Yes.
it. I would have stopped and helped
Of course,
you too,
but
but
I
oh my
wouldn't-
god, I would have loved to, like, pull up and see that
It would've
kid.
added
You guys,
to
you
that
know what
story.
stinks
They'd
though?
try to pick up all your waters, and I'd be like, oh my god, that's fucking Kim.
No, you want the terrible thing is like I can't even believe I told that story. You guys, what keep me talking? Because you know what, the one thing I
You
felt
had all the good
comfort.
stories.
But one thing I felt I had comfort with that whole thing was I'll never see these people again. But now I'm here explaining it to
the world.
whoever's listening.
Yeah, and they're probably like, I remember
They're
that
gonna be
girl.
like, I got that video
Yeah.
of that girl. Oh my.
Yeah, you're
That
probably
would be
on
so
YouTube.
cool.
Look
Send
up-
it to
yeah.
us if you
Well, when
have
I
it.
finally got up,
if
we
this
have-
was you,
Because
send
we
it
want to
our
see
way.
that,
Yeah.
right? We want to see it.
I would love to see that.
We feel really bad that we missed it.
Yeah, so my knee was bleeding, my hand was bleeding, my fingers were bleeding. I had road rash.
Yeah.
And the whole time we're on the beach drinking beer in the sun, like, wonder where Kim is. Wonder why she doesn't come down.
But I'm that type of person, like, I'm just angry and I'm just going to ruin everybody else's day now. Because I come down and I look at Stu, I'm like, you didn't even come help me. I'm laying in the middle of the road. You know, going over there to get you stuff to drink
Stu
and
was
make
like,
sure
I'm
you're
trying to call you.
No, Bill said it. Bill's like, Kim, we didn't know that happened. We would have went and helped you. I'm like, I know, but it was really embarrassing and it hurt. Then I had to get over it. I'm like, you're on vacation, you bloody little mess. Who cares? My knuckles, like somebody dragged me across the tar on the
Oh
road.
my god. So did you lose any waters out of that? Did you get them all
I don't
back?
even remember. I was so angry.
Did Stu get his Gatorade?
He did.
Tom
Yeah.
got really mad at me because, like, I think it was the next day when it was me, Tom, and Chelsea and Joseph decided to do the ride down the beach. You know how you
Oh,
can
yeah.
drive people
Oh,
drive
Yes,
up and
yeah.
down.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
So so we do it, and we're like driving, and we get to Mike and JR and Brittany and Lindsay, their place, you know. So it's like it is kind of fun. You're in Daytona, and all of a sudden, like they're all hanging out by the pools, and like you see people you know in Daytona, you know.
right.
So like I pull up and everything, and it's all cool, and everybody's like all happy, you know. It's really fun, and so we go to head back to the hotel, and I'm stuck.
Oh,
And I was like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm the only person
Was the
stuck
water
on
washing
Daytona.
up or something? Was the sand getting like wet and washing
No,
up? Is that why you got
but
stuck?
when you pull up to the like.
Oh, it's
there's
softer
like the,
sand when
the
you
row
pull-
of like everybody pulls up and parks there and
right.
stuff, you know.
Right.
it's
But
like in
I,
front of a
um,
hotel, you know.
Yeah.
like
Cut
they-
my wheel too
No, I know. I
soon.
just didn't know if the sand was getting soft.
So
and that's
like
why you got stuck.
instantly, like
Yes.
Tom was
Yeah.
pissed, like, cause I'm stuck and he's in the car with me. He's like, oh my god, I'm with her. You know,
I'm
probably.
with this person today.
You know, because I'm thinking I'm the only person who gets stuck on Daytona. Leave it to me. So then I just cracked up laughing, and then Chelsea's laughing. Tom's just like, oh my god, now I gotta get out and push her.
But at least you were in front of Mike and
It's fun.
JR's
Yes,
place.
they were just as happy as can be. They come
Of
running
course,
over,
yeah.
they're cracking up, you know, they get me out. Now I learned my lesson, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Not
kind of
have it
soft
back up.
sand.
But it's so funny though, what made me feel so much better is other people the rest of the ride down, like there were people like stuck all over
Yeah.
the place.
They
and
did
I
the
was
same
like,
thing
Oh,
you
yeah,
did.
it happens.
wow,
That's a
thank
lot.
God I had these guys that got me out. And like Tom told me, like, cause I'm like ready to try and rock it, you know. He's like,
Laura's gonna rock it on the beach.
I did too, but thank God he told me not to because that's
Why?
how you really get buried. There's
By
no
rocking?
rocking it.
They're rocking on the beach.
There's no rocking it on the sand.
I didn't know that.
Because there's no traction. You never get any
Oh.
traction. So
Well,
like,
that's
I mean, there
true.
was
Yeah.
like.
Well,
went
actually, we
past
saw one
car.
guy that had his truck half
She
buried.
was like buried, like all the way, like past her wheels, buried. Like it was like, and I was like, oh boy, like she's like screwed, you know.
yeah.
But it made me feel, I feel bad for her, but it made me feel better too, because I'm like, oh my God, now I'm not as embarrassed.
See, I'm not
other
the only
people do
one.
it.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah, at first I was like, I felt like the person, like, I'm the only person in the world that ever would get stuck here. Oh my God, like, I feel so stupid. But then it was
No,
funny,
it happens
so
to everybody down there for sure.
it was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
gotta
then-
say, overall, I thought it was a fun trip, but I just felt like I wasn't in the. I don't know. It was a weird, very weird.
Yeah, well,
feeling
starting
for
out
me.
really tired like that and stuff, sometimes
Yeah.
it takes like some time to kind of come back from being that tired.
Well, it was so windy there while we were there too, because there was one night,
Oh,
like
yeah,
maybe day 3
that's
when
right.
I was
Kim
we
thought
were
it
up
was
on
the
your,
wind.
balcony.
You guys don't know how
And
like,
you were
and that's
like-
probably why I was so thrown
Yeah.
off.
That was so funny that night.
Kim's like, oh, I wish like, what was it?
The wind. She thought
would
it was the wind. She
stop.
said, I wish
Wait,
the
from
wind.
the
had
time
it.
we showed
Yeah.
up there, it was windy, it was cold, and like you couldn't. You guys had ocean view. I had the side view, and I could tuck away in the corner, and I felt like I was okay. But going over to visit you guys at your rooms, I didn't even want to do that
Oh,
because
the
it was
wind was hitting
so
you full
cold.
bore. Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
So then I go back to my place that at night sitting out on the porch morning, whatever. We're into day 3. Laura and Chelsea come up to visit me at night one night, and I just looked at them. They're both like, "Oh, this is great. This is so nice. I love the sound of the ocean." And I'm like,
No, wait, no, we didn't say
Oh.
the sound of the ocean yet.
"Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know."
You hated the wind, the sound of the wind.
Yeah,
You
but
were
that's
thinking
what
it's
you
been
said.
wind the whole time.
I thought it was like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
guys can hear like the sound of the ocean or something like that." And I go, "How can you hear the ocean? All I hear is that wind."
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And you're like,
That's
"What?" And I'm like, "You guys don't hear that?" Like for days, all was like the whole time, I just hear wind blowing, and it's
got the wind,
constantly.
And
Laura
it was
and
actually the
Chelsea,
ocean just
they're just
making
looking at me
its
like I'm
noise.
crazy, And I'm like, "You don't
Yeah.
hear that?" Like it's driving me. It was driving me crazy. I'm telling
So
you.
after you realized it was the ocean, did it sound better though? Did it sound better to you?
No,
Like,
'cause I
okay,
was- it
that's
was-
the ocean, not the wind. Because it
Billy
is different.
Joe, like I couldn't even make the switch in my brain that it wasn't the wind. Laura's like, "Kim, that's the
That's
ocean."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Once you made the
"What?"
switch, you were like,
Wait a minute. Okay, yeah.
it was so funny because she's like, I can't hear the ocean, and me and Chelsea are like, how do you not hear the ocean?
Yeah, you're like
You
in the
know?
middle of 2 buildings. That's all you can hear
We're
is
just
the
looking at
echo
her
of the
like,
ocean.
what? You
Yeah.
don't hear the ocean? Like that's all you can
No, it's
hear.
the wind. That was the wind, Laura. Come on.
I'm telling you guys,
It
for
was so
3
funny, yeah.
days and nights there, I was like, "Man, I wish this wind would stop. I hate it. It's like it's hurting my head,
Time it's the ocean.
We're sitting there that night. It was beautiful out that night too, and they're like, "Oh, this is just so nice. You can hear the ocean." And I'm like, "How do you hear the ocean?" And they both look at me like,
yeah,
"What?"
how do you hear the ocean
How
above
do you
that?
not?
Yeah.
Like,
Laura's looking at me like, "How do you not hear the ocean?" I go, "I can't hear anything. All I hear is this wind
Yeah.
for days. That's all I hear is wind." Her and Chelsea look at me like, "Whoa,
Chelsea
what?"
still cracks jokes about that. Every
Oh, I'm
once
sure
in a
she
while,
does.
too, you know,
Yeah.
like something will happen
Yeah.
and she'll be like Kim in the wind.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll crack
When you
up.
guys told me it was the ocean, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "No, it's not. They're just messing with my head." And then I had to like put even for like a day or two after, I'm just like, "Wish it would stop." "Oh, it's the ocean." Like enjoy it, Kim. That's actually the ocean.
I do understand because I did like find that a lot happen. Once you realize it's the ocean and not the wind. But I think
It's a
we just
different
caught on
mindset,
like
yeah.
a lot earlier than you did. Kim.
Caught
Yeah.
on like 3 days earlier.
I don't know how anybody caught on because the wind was whipping though,
Yeah.
So it all
Yeah.
just kind of played in, like it's my hands like off to the other side of the room there, I don't know. I just enjoyed sitting outside because even though it was windy, it was still beautiful,
Yeah.
just being
Yeah.
there, watching the ocean.
It was a very nice week.
Obviously,
for
I
sure.
was listening to the ocean, but I really thought it was the wind, so I missed out on a couple days of like that ocean
Really
relax
taking in the
time,
ocean
taking it
time.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know if I can take this, man. I got like 6 more days of this. My brain hurts from that wind. Which is weird because I love the ocean, but now thinking back, like, why did it irritate me? Even the wind, you know, like.
Well, you just
Well,
thought it was the wind.
When you thought it was the wind, it was annoying because it was already windy and then it was loud too, you know? It was like, come on, we're in Florida, you know? We want some nice weather.
That's
I don't
too
know,
funny.
but it was a great trip. I wouldn't change it. Well, maybe a
No.
couple, but, you know, like
Yeah.
not falling in the 6-lane highway. That's, oh my God, that was terrible.
What I would change about that is me being there to see it. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's
I would
true.
help. Though. I would help. I would
That's
help.
true.
I would have loved to have rolled up on that.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys
Yeah.
would have panicked because I was face first, like, you know, right on the tie. Like, it was just
Well, I
awful.
couldn't, like, everything else lined up. A few things lined up really well. Why couldn't that have lined up? Like, we could have been heading to the store
yeah.
while that happened, and then not only could we have helped you, but we could have just witnessed all of it. And
I think
I could
everyone
have
was
gotten my
just pretty.
phone out and videoed it, and you know, what I mean,
Yeah.
I could have done all that.
I was trying to be a good wife. Go over and take care of my man because he got so sunburnt, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's what made me so mad. I'm like, this is what you get for being a good wife. You're laying in the freaking middle of the highway.
Well, he's on the beach.
Well, he's enjoying the beach.
He's on the beach, like, drinking a beer, like, what's up? While
That's why I
Kim's
yelled
rolling
when I got
around.
back. I'm like, I hope you're having a good time. Enjoying the sun? No. I can't be bitchy
too
like
funny.
that. That sucks, you know?
That's too funny, but it was a good trip, anyways.
I
So.
had a great time.
Especially when you have like 18 people
Right.
like, that got
Yeah.
together and went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made it really fun. We
A
were
lot of
down
people
there-
were like, "Whoa, 18 people!
Yeah.
Ooh, how is
Yeah.
that gonna turn out?" And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. It might not. Maybe nobody comes back. Maybe we all kill each other. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
but
don't know what happens.
Even when we asked those people to take a picture of all of us, they're like, "You guys are all family."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is awesome, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool.
Not
was
all the
really-
family was there, but there was a lot of us, 18 of us.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was pretty fun.
yeah,
It was a good
really
time.
good time.
Hopefully we can do it again someday.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For
It
sure.
was a good trip. I enjoyed it.
Yep. Definitely. So, but yeah. So I think that's a wrap for tonight, huh, guys? You want to call
Yeah,
that a night?
sorry making you listen to our relive our Florida trip, but it was such a
know,
good
but
time
it
we had
was-
to share it.
Yeah, I had to let you guys kind of like feel what that trip was like.
You know, we're all about feelings
Yeah.
and this, you know, like
Just-
we just
And
want
it
to
kind of
share.
came off from the P
yeah,
P
yeah,
Florida
yeah.
trip, the last episode. So that's kind of where we came off. We veered off that. So
So it's a wrap.
yeah, we won't go relive that episode, Kim.
No.
So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and yeah, we'll chat. Make
Yeah.
sure you go like us, share us, follow us on Facebook, Spotify. We're on Spotify now. We are on YouTube and
TikTok?
TikTok. Yes, we're on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
We need to get
It's
better
all
at the
about-
TikTok thing, though, right?
Yeah,
I
don't
mean,
judge us
yeah.
on our TikTok.
Don't judge us on any of it. We're all
Or any
new
of
to
it, actually, right.
We're new to all of this, so we're just trying to learn, but
We're
we'll
going
get
with
there.
the flow with it. So
That's
it's
just
like
it.
a
Kind
little
of
bit
go
every
with us,
day,
guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
So,
have
Well,
a good
enjoy
night.
the new episodes that are coming out, and
Yeah.
thanks for listening. And we will see you on the. Why is this so difficult, you guys? Oh my God!
it's hard saying goodbye. It's hard
It
saying
is really hard
It's
saying
hard saying
goodbye.
It's hard.
Goodbyes are hard.
All right,
All right,
bye.
bye guys.